Canada uses natural gas today to heat homes, run generators, power facilities and factories, and even entire communities. And it's a big country. That's a lot of natural gas. But consider this. Nova Scotia actually has enough natural gas to meet all of this demand, all of Canada's entire current demand, not just for 1 year or 5 years. We have enough natural gas to meet the current demand for over 30 years. Stop and think about that. Why then is it that today, not only do we not supply any natural gas to other parts of Canada, we don't even meet any of our own needs here at home? And the worst part is, the gas we are using, we buy at inflated prices from others. This drives up your power bill, and it's insane. It should never have come to this. But good news, it doesn't need to be like this.
Introducing Nova Natural Gas.
Nova Scotians have a long history of working the waters off our shores. It's in our DNA. Our fishing industry, which produces billions of dollars of wages and investments every year. Our ports, which generate billions of dollars in wages and economic activity every single year. And so too can offshore energy generate wages and investments and royalties. And it's not new. You may remember the offshore industry thriving under Premier John Hamm in the late 90s and early 2000s. It brought in over $4 billion in direct royalties, cash, to the province that was used to pay doctors and nurses and teachers and invest in roads, all the things that we desperately need today. And on top of those investments in services and communities, it did something else. It created thousands of jobs supporting families all across the province. Now, our Prime Minister wants Canada to be an energy superpower, and I do too. And we can do more than our part.
Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth.
We know what to do. And many of the same local companies that will gear up to work on Wind West will also work on our offshore natural gas projects. It's estimated we have enough natural gas offshore Nova Scotia to power Nova Scotia for thousands of years. That's natural gas that can lower prices here at home, with lots left over to export to our friends in other parts of Canada and our allies in Europe and all around the world. There's also the significant potential to use the caverns that store the natural gas, similar to what they're doing in Europe. This takes CO2 out of the atmosphere and safely stores it underground. Studies say that it has the potential to capture hundreds of years worth of all of Canada's emissions. This is incredibly significant. And I'm only talking about the natural gas opportunity. There's also the potential for billions of barrels of oil offshore. Today, we depend entirely on the United States for all the natural gas we use to heat our homes and power industry. That's ridiculous. To add insult to injury, the gas that Canada is buying from the United States is often Alberta gas that they sold to the United States that is then sold back to us. The United States is buying Canadian gas, marking it up, and selling it at a profit back to us.
What is this? What's happening?
The natural gas will both be used here in the east, but it'll also move east on tankers to Europe. Or, because it's nice to have options, excess natural gas could flow through an existing pipeline. The Maritimes and Northeast Pipeline started up back in the late 90s to take offshore gas and feed it into New Brunswick and beyond. So the infrastructure is already in place to reverse flow, and this makes the startup of a new offshore project much more straightforward. So what does it all mean? Well, it means thousands of jobs helping families thrive. It means billions of dollars of revenue for the province to help healthcare, education, and help building up our communities. It means hope for the future. Nova Scotians have harnessed the power of our offshore before. We did it safely, we did it successfully, and doing it again will provide our region with the resources we need to power our economy and the revenue to fund infrastructure like schools and hospitals and roads. More good paying jobs, greater energy security. Let's make it happen.